For over 2 decades, a single myth has shaped every India-Pakistan conflict, that Islamabad has nuclear weapons, and that makes it untouchable. It started in 1998, that's when India became a nuclear power, and so did Pakistan, and since then, Islamabad held on to one narrative. A narrative that was crafted by Rawalpindi's generals and accepted by the world. It made Pakistan's nuclear weapons their license to export terrorism, to operate a state-sponsored terror machine. No matter what Pakistan did, there were no real consequences. They kept bleeding India from the 2001 Parliament attack to the 2008 Mumbai attacks, and India responded with dossiers, diplomacy, and declarations. Never military action. That changed in 2016. After the Uri attack, India set a new precedent. If you attack, we will hit you back militarily. Then in 2019, after the Pulwama attack, India reinforced this position. Indian jets bombed Pakistani terror camps. And now after Pahalgam, India's position has seen a quantum shift. Any act of terror will be seen as an act of war. Pakistan cannot hide behind its nuclear weapons. Pakistan cannot hide behind its proxies. It will have to suffer the consequences of its actions. India struck 9 terror bases in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, not on their civilians or military. India did not want an escalation, Pakistan did. But their moves backfired. As India demolished Pakistani air defenses, the myth of their nuclear shield cracked. Now, to be honest, it's a bit of a delayed reckoning. India has a no first use policy. We won't use our nuclear weapons first. So Pakistani nukes were not about deterring India from using nuclear weapons. Pakistani nukes were about deterring India from doing anything at all. Any retaliation to terrorism was seen through the prism of a nuclear escalation. It was almost a strategic veto. Pakistan could outsource its wars to non-state actors while claiming innocence, and India and the rest of the world kept giving them a long leash, fearing a nuclear response. But now Prime Minister Modi has called that bluff. You see, deterrence only works when both sides are rational actors bound by rules. Pakistan is neither rational nor law-abiding. It has weaponized irrationality. It keeps threatening apocalypse in response to accountability, and beyond that, it spun this mythology of the Islamic bomb. You see, India conducted its first nuclear test in 1974. It was called the Smiling Buddha. That prompted Pakistan to aggressively pursue nuclear weapons. And leading the charge at that point was then Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. He even had a famous quote. This is what Bhutto said: "We will eat grass, we will go hungry, but we will get one of our own." He was referring to a nuclear bomb, an Islamic bomb. That's how Zulfikar Ali Bhutto pitched it to the Muslim world, a nuclear umbrella for Muslims. But in the last decade, that narrative has crumbled. Because let's be clear, this is not about Islam. This is about Pakistan using religion as an insurance for its terror factories. It was a dangerous lie. And finally, it is being confronted. The nuclear mask is off. It does not mean that the threat is past. Any bomb in the hands of Pakistan is dangerous, let alone a nuclear bomb. But India has shown that it can still be punished. India has also shown that proxy war is no longer a low-cost option for Pakistan. They will have to pay a price for backing terrorism. The question is, what happens next? What happens to a country whose primary deterrent is exposed as a bluff? As you know, in Pakistan, the army runs the country. It's an army that holds the record for losing every war they fought. But at home, they're quite powerful. And that power does not rest on their weapons or ammunition. That power flows from the myths they create. And they did it during this war too. One report stated Defense Minister Khwaja Asif hinting at a nuclear war. Another report said Pakistan's top nuclear body was supposed to meet. So this time there was saber rattling. However, India is dismantling those myths.
We are always prepared to face any eventuality. And like I said, that's for the sovereignty, the territorial integrity, and the safety of our citizens. So whatever has to be done will be done. I'm not so concerned about what Pakistan will do in this time. I'm only concerned about what we will do. We have a roadmap and a plan, and we will follow it diligently, and we will follow it to the T.
Nukes cannot be a cover for terrorism. You cannot blackmail the world while gunning down innocent civilians. You cannot invoke the apocalypse when someone tries to hold you accountable. If Pakistan fires, India will fire back. That is the new normal. And in many ways, this is not just a military recalibration, it is also a psychological revolution. The terror machine may not dismantle overnight, nor will Pakistan stop its saber rattling, but something fundamental has shifted. India is no longer playing by Pakistan's script. Once you call the bluff, the game changes forever.